Hey guys, Pete here. Are you ready for some Game of Thrones Season 8 filming news and some spoilers? If you're trying to avoid production spoilers for the final season of Game of Thrones, then this video will not be for you. There's nothing that's a dead giveaway here, but there is a lot that can be speculated on, which is pretty exciting. In my last Game of Thrones Season 8 video, we looked at all the stuff that had been going on up in Winterfell at the set there. And in that video, I talked about how they were moving on to Iceland and how the stars had been seen there. Not too much of anything came out as far as filming shots or anything came from the Iceland shooting, but we knew that they were going directly from there to Croatia, and they've arrived. And at first it was a bit quiet. We saw them setting up. We saw photos of the cast and crew. The local news organizations were reporting that Game of Thrones were in town, that they were getting ready to film, but nobody knew who was there. And there were all these rumors that Kit Harington was going to show up. But it didn't make sense to me that he'd be in the King's Landing filming section. You know, we expect to see the Lannisters, particularly Cersei now. But why would Jon be there is what I kept thinking. But after a little bit of stuff leaked out, today, there were a ton of photos of Kit Harington. He is there. He is dressed in his northern attire, and he is shooting in Croatia. There's a couple different shots of him with characters. There's a guy with a black hood who is nobody recognizable as far as I can tell. There's another similar shot where he's with two guys in hoods. The best guess here is that these guys are from the Night's Watch, but they're not. It's not Dolorous Ed or anybody that we've seen. And really, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. They're wearing black. That's why it seems like it could be that. They could just be Northern soldiers. But again, the whole idea of him in King's Landing's a little bit odd. As far as the director goes, we know that David Nutter's there, and we know that he's directing episodes 1, 2, and 4. So if Jon is there for a scene that he's shooting, then we have to figure that it's early in the season or at the latest the 4th episode. If we take what we know about Sapochnik being 3 and 5, and then of course the showrunners are directing the final episode, Dan and Dave, we could guess that there's something big that happens in episode 3 and Miguel Sapochnik's first episode that causes Jon to go south. The only other thing, if you go way out in left field and say, well, you see that D.B. Weiss is in one of these photos, and that's not uncommon, I wouldn't think. But they could be shooting the final episode, I guess, at the same time. Like, they're obviously only going to be in Croatia for a few days, so they're going to do as much as they can and really shoot everything that needs to be shot in the exterior of that location. They won't be coming back. So yeah, there's a lot to speculate about here. What is Jon doing there? Is it that cold in the south that he needs to wear those furs? Or is this just doubling for somewhere else that's outdoors in the north and we don't know? The pictures are pretty good. These came from the newspapers and different people there. We did have a shot of a banner on one of the sets. That's the Lannister banner. So we know that Cersei's still in charge for some of what they're shooting there. So yeah, I mean, it could be like I said, left field guess. It could be to show him arriving after everything's said and done and he's rolling into King's Landing to see what's left or to take the seat or what. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be loving to hear what you guys think about this for sure. The other thing that we saw is that they're getting done building the giant set outside of Titanic Studios. Rumor has it that this is a recreation of King's Landing, and the reason they're building it from the ground up outside of the studio is so that they can burn it down. This has led to the speculation that the dragons will attack King's Landing. We don't know if it would be Daenerys' dragons or the Night Kings. This could tie into why Jon's there. Of course, Jon may be riding Rhaegal by that period of time, and him and Daenerys might go down there and burn some things. But these are all faraway shots that you can't really make much of, but I am pretty confident in the sources that said that it was going to be an outdoor King's Landing scene and it would eventually get burnt down. One other thing fans were talking about, and a few of these shots that came from the Croatian press, there is a woman who looks to have blonde hair like Daenerys. Emilia Clarke has dyed her hair. And the woman is wearing dark glasses, but you can't see a straight shot, and she's not performing. She's just there on set. So some people thought that might be Emilia Clarke, but there's no way to tell for sure. Could be anybody that works on the set. We also know that the Mountain is there. He posted on Instagram a shot of him eating in Croatia. So that's consistent with Cersei being there, but of course she's there. That's where she lives. Jon Snow is a lot bigger of a question. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Jon in King's Landing, or is this a set that's going to be used somewhere for up in the north? Has Jon Snow come with Daenerys as a conqueror to destroy King's Landing and take revenge on Cersei? Is he just there to shoot the breeze and ask her what's going on after he started riding Rhaegal and travels freely across this giant land of Westeros? Nothing really makes a great sense, but if they were shooting the last episode, I guess that could make sense, but I haven't read anything to indicate that, so that's just pure speculation. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and set notifications. I'll be doing Game of Thrones Season 8 videos as soon as stuff comes out. I'm also working on Westworld, even though we got a couple of months to wait. So if you're into that show, things are looking really good. Check out the Easter eggs video I just made because there's some cool stuff to speculate there. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.